Good day, everyone. You are welcome to today's class. This is the fourth topic for Module 2 of our mathematics home lesson for the upper basic classes. We'll be looking at the topic money, population, and economic consequences. Every country has a own currency. That is the money used as a legal tender in each country. For instance, in Nigeria, we use Naira and Kobo. And then in the USA, they use the dollars and cents. So when moving from one country to another country, you would have to change your country's money into the currency used in that country. So we need to learn how to convert money from one country's currency to another. Let's take some examples. So this is the question. Yola is traveling from Nigeria to USA with 22,250 naira. How much is the equivalent in USA? If $1 used in USA is equivalent to 125 naira in Nigeria. Now, solution. 125 naira is equals to $1. So 22,250 naira would be equal to 22,250 naira times $1 all over 125. Now the naira crosses out the naira, and then we have 22,250 divided by 125. We could divide this way. 5 could divide. How many 5 can we get in 125? In 12, 2. Remainder 2. In 25, 5. 5 will divide 22 4 times. Remainder 2. In 22, 4 times. Remainder 2. In 25, 5 times, and then we leave the 0. So we have 4,450 divided by 25. 5 could still divide this. So 5 will divide here 5 times. 5 in 44, 8. In 45, 9. And then we'll leave the 0. Now, 890 divided by 5. Remember what we did was to divide by 5. 5 divided by 25, 5. 5 divided by 4, not possible. In 44, 8 times remainder 4. Add the 4 to 5, 45. 5 in 45, 9, and then we put the 0. Now 5 divided by 890. 5 would go here 1. 5 in 8 is 1. Remainder 3. 5 in 39 is 7. That's 35. Remainder 4. 5 in 40 is 8. So what he has is $178. Let's take another question. Okay, the question is express 150 cedis in naira if one cedi is 0.22 naira. So with the conversion, this is equals to 0.22 naira. Now, so 150 of it would be equals to 150 times 0.22 naira. Now divided by 1. So this crosses out this, and then we have naira left. So we have 150 times 0.22. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 2, 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10, lift 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 5, 10, lift 1. 2 times 2, 2, 2 times 1, 2, plus 1, 3. Now 0 times 0, 0, 0 times 5, 0, 0 times 1, 0. So we have 0, 0, we are adding 3 plus 0, 3, 3 plus 0, 3, and 0 here. Now, how many decimal places do we have? This 1, 2, 2 decimal places. So we count from here. This 1, 2, a decimal here. The 0 will be negligible, so like insignificant. So what we have is 33 naira. We move on to taxes, rates, and rents. Taxes, rates, and rents. Now, the government of every country needs to provide some social amenities for the citizens. But then, the government levels the citizens with a certain amount of money called tax to enable the government provide these services. So every working class adult is taxed to be able to provide the services. We also have rates. When the services are being provided, we pay for them. Like we have the electricity rates, we have the water rates. So we want to find out how to calculate the rates, the taxes. The question is, the tenement rates payable by landlords in Zuba is 75 naira on each house per annum. How much will be paid on 135 houses? What do we do? On one house, 75 naira is paid. So on 135 houses, 135 times 75 naira would be paid. So let's do this together. 135 times 75. 5 times 5 is 25. Write 5 and leave 2. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2, 17. Write 7 and leave 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1, 6. 7 times 5 is 35. Write 5, leave 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. Write 4 and leave 2. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2, 9. Now we add up. 5 plus 0, 5. 7 plus 5, 12. Leave 1. 1 plus 6, 7. Plus 4, 11. Write 1 and leave 1. 1 plus 1 is 10. So the amount payable would be 10,125 naira. Another example. This is a question on tax. The tax deducted on the taxable income of a citizen is 15 kobo on every naira. 15 kobo on every naira. Find the tax paid by a man whose taxable income is 3,000 naira. Remember that 100 kobo is equal to 1 naira. So on each naira this person earns, 15 kobo is deducted as tax. So how much will be deducted on 3,000 naira? So if 15 kobo is taken from 1 naira, then how much will be taken from 3,000 naira? How much will be taken from 3,000 naira? So what do? We cross multiply. Okay, so 15 times 3,000, 3,000 times 15. Okay, we could do 3 times 1,000 times 15 to make it easier for us. Okay, so we can move 15 times 1,000, move 3 times, invisible point here, 1, 2, 3. This 15,000 kobo. Now then times 3. 15,000 kobo times 3. So 15,000 times 3. 3 times 0, 0, 0, 5 times 3 times 5, 15, right? 5 and left 1. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. So this 45,000 kobo. Remember that 100 kobo is 1 naira. 100 kobo is 1 naira. So 45,000 kobo will be equal to how much? That's 45,000 kobo divided by 100. 20 crosses out 20 here. So we have 450 naira. Or we could go directly 3,000 times 15 kobo. Five times 0, 0, 0, 0, 5 times 3, 15, 1 times 0, 0, 1 times 0, 0, 1 times 0, 0, 1 times 3, 3. So by the time we add this together, we have 0, 0, 0, 5, 4. 45,000 kobo. By the time we divide by 100, 1, 2, giving us 450 naira. Now we want to talk about shares and dividends. Shares and dividends. Imagine I want to start up a business and I do not have sufficient money to start up that business. I could calculate the entire money I need for the business, which is called capital, and then share it into portions, which I call shares, which I could sell out to people. They come to buy the shares at a given cost. So those portions, those units of my capital is called shares. And then dividends. At the end of a business year, maybe once in a year, I take stock of the business I have done. Have I made profits? If I had made profits, then we need to share the profits among the shareholders. Those who bought the shares are called shareholders. They own a share in the company, so they share the dividends too. So we're going to be looking at shares and dividends. How do we calculate that? Let's take some examples. The question is, an iron company wishes to increase its capital and so sell some of its 60 kobo shares at 65 kobo. Find the cost of 150 shares. If I'm to buy 150 shares from this company at 65 kobo, how much will I need to do that? So one share is 65 kobo. Now 150 shares would be 150 times 65. 150 times 65. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25, leaves 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2, 7. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30, write 0 and leave 3. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3, 10. Okay, 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30, write 0 and leave 3. Then 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Now we add up 0, 5 plus 0 is 5, 7 plus 0, 7, and 9 plus 0, 9. So we'll need 9,750 kobo to buy 150 shares. Let's change this to naira. Remember that 100 kobo is 1 naira. Therefore, 9,750 kobo would be equals to 9,750 divided by 100. I have 2 zeros here, so I move backward twice. 1, 2. So I'll need 97 naira 50 kobo to purchase 150 shares. Let's take another example. Okay, that's the question. The shareholder has 500 shares in the company. What is his dividend if dividends are given at 3.5 kobo per share? That means on every share you've bought from that company, you get 3.5 kobo at the end of the business year. So remember, it's 3.5 kobo per share. 3.5 kobo is 2 times 3, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 over 2 kobo per share. So, how many kobo or what amount would I have on 500 shares? So, 500 shares would be 500 times 7 over 2 kobo. What do? I could divide these. 500 times 7 over 2. 2 will divide 2 one time. 2 will divide 500 250 times. So I have for 500 shares, it will be 250 times 7 kobo. 250 times 7. 250 times 7. 7 times 0, 0. 7 times 5, 35. Right, 5 and leaves 3. 7 times 2, 14. 14 plus 3, 17. So I have 1,750 kobo. 1,750 kobo. Remember that 100 kobo is 1 naira. Therefore, 1,750 kobo would be equals to 1,750 divided by 100 to change it to naira. So I move twice. 1, 2. So I have 17.50 naira. That is 17 naira 50 kobo. So 17 naira 50 kobo will be my dividends. I hope you got that. Now I'll give you some things to try on your own. So the questions are: how much will Adams pay for 1,080 shares at 80 kobo per share? Number 2, Mrs. Aisha bought 50,000 shares in an oil company. If a dividend of 4 naira per share is declared, what will she receive? Number 3, a state government charges 2 naira 50 kobo as water rates for each taxable adult. How much will be collected from a town with only 2,500 taxable adults? Number 4, express $30.50 in naira if $1 is equivalent to 125 naira. I hope you wouldn't find this challenging, but if you have any questions, you could get back to us through the WhatsApp number displayed on the screen. Thank you for being part of this class. I hope to meet you at the next class. Thank you.